Thank you. My name is Atsuo Okazaki, and as the organizers explained about me, I'm an astronomer working at this university, HGU, and I'm really not a good person to have good relationship with between people, but anyway, I think I have a good relationship with the universe, so I'd like to say about you. Usually, most of you are too busy to think about the universe, I think. So, but forget about your daily life for a while, and let's think about the universe. Okay? Do you think the universe is too remote and too inhuman? For example, you may feel that it is infinite and eternal, quite inhuman. Okay? Or it's too cold and empty. So the situation is also quite inhuman. And therefore, it has nothing to do with us, because we are human beings. Maybe you think about that. And do you also think that, compared to the universe, we are too tiny and trivial in value? For example, that's true. It is true that we are, in space and time, very, very tiny compared to the universe. For example, we are stuck on the surface of this very small planet. Okay? We can't get rid of the weak gravity of this universe, so we are very, very local in space. And we can live only for, say, 100 years or so. So in time, we are also very, very local. Okay? Our lifetime is not comparable with the age of the universe, which is more than 10 billion years. Okay? But I don't think that difference in scale, our tininess in scale does not mean means our tininess in value. Okay? I don't think so. All right. So let's think about the astronomical facts. I'd like to show only two of them to show that we have some relationship between with the universe. Okay? The first thing I'd like to show is, for example, everything in us or everything around us are made up of the material coming from the star. Okay? Not the living star now, but our material, for example, our stomach or our bones are made of the material which the stars, ancient stars, lived and died before our solar system was born. So we are made up of pieces of stars, and so it is all usually said that we are the children of stars. So we breathe oxygen which came from the ancient stars, and we eat food which were created by also dying stars, and we use ions which are made by the dying, exploding, massive stars. Okay? So we are made of the star materials. Okay? The other point I'd like to mention is that we have a long history. Of course, we individually have only 100 years of history, but we are the product of the universe, and it took the universe 10 billion years to create us. For example, the universe was born 14 billion years ago, and after that, our galaxy was formed, and the formation of Earth and Sun took place after that, and a long time of evolution occurred on this surface of the Earth, and now we are here. And what I'd like to emphasize is that every process occurred by chance. So universe was formed by chance, okay? And the galaxies are formed by random collisions, so by chance. and or also as the mass of the Earth or the mass of the Sun and the place of the solar system and the presence of the solar system as well took place only by chance. Okay? And I think you know well about the evolution. The evolution of life is dominated by mutation and natural selection. Okay? So lots of coincidences, and after the incredible number of coincidences, we are here. So, it's almost a miracle, I would say. So we are here, but and of course we ourselves are very local in time and space. But think about this history. We need 10 billion years to show up here. So we have a strong relationship with the universe, I would say. So now let's go back to the two questions I raised at the beginning of this talk. The first question was, do you think the universe is too remote and too inhuman? The answer is no. Here is the universe, so it's not remote, and you are a part of the universe. So the universe is not inhuman as long as you or your neighbor are, too inhuman. Okay? Not too inhuman. Okay? And the second question is, do you think we are too tiny and trivial in value compared to the universe? Okay? The answer is again, no. Because, as I explained, each of you is here as the very incredible consequence of the 10 years of cosmic history, activity history. Okay? So, everyone and everything in this world has its importance and value. Okay? So, let's think about our daily lives. Maybe you have had several difficult times in life, or maybe you do have now difficulties, or maybe you will have difficult times in your future. Okay? Talking about myself, I had a very disappointing personal experience in my high school time, and at the time I just looked up at the night sky. Okay? Bright stars in Orion were there. Next to the Orion constellation, there was Sirius, and other bright winter stars were also there. That was very beautiful, and that scene became one of the most memorable scenes in my life. Okay? And after that, the presence of the universe helped me pass through several difficulties and keep on going my own way. Okay? So if you feel that you are quite different from others, or if you feel that you are isolated, or if you feel that friends are leaving you, don't worry about that very much. Okay? You are not alone. The universe is always with you. Thank you very much for your attention.